Bloomberg Audio Studios.
Podcasts, radio, news.
Single best idea today, and thank you to Apple for rolling this out. We're really thrilled with the initial effort of, it's a 6 or 7 minute look at two of our guests today. Today we could have done like 10 different guests. The way we work this is we're aggregating all the different newspapers out there in the geopolitics, and that the FT, for example, had an article out, I think today or Sunday, of like 15 people with books, the book they recommend, the book their favorite book, etc. Just, there's just the zeitgeist that's out there. And it came in here, and the team's working all weekend putting together this great guest list. I'm like, I don't know what we're going to talk about. And the answer is this Monday was fascinating. I don't know what else to say. We started out at 7 a.m. and I'm like, yeah, okay. And I'm miserable. And they're giving me extra Tang Zero to get me through the hour. And by 7:30, we were just rocking with a great set of guests. We were very lucky to have Bob Michael with us. He's at J.P. Morgan. He tells Mr. Diamond what to do with bills, notes, and bonds. We like having him because when he was at Penn, he was expert in Greek and Latin. And we're talking to Bob Michael, and out of nowhere, there was this audible, because he and I agree on this, that's why we're playing it for you, which is the Fed speak today is absolutely out of control. Here's Bob Michael of J.P. Morgan on the Fed speak.
Tom, the one dead language that I miss is Fed speak. Remember in the days back in the 80s when the Fed wasn't always telling you every day what you were thinking?
I yearn for it.
You used to get the Fed minutes. You used to listen to the Humphrey Hawkins testimony. You heard what Greenspan said. Then you got out your secret Fed decoder ring and interpolated what he meant. And there was a value to that.
The mystery of this, and this goes back to Lawrence Meyer's wonderful book, A Term at the Fed. It's a short read, but Larry Meyer of Washington University wrote a brilliant book on the Greenspanian silence. I kid you not, Mike McKee would see which sandwich Alan Greenspan would take to the Fed the day of the Fed meeting. If it was ham and cheese, that meant he was dovish, and if it was peanut butter and jelly, he was bullish or whatever. But the answer is, I'm like Bob Michael. There's way too much Fed speak now. Let us know what you think about that. Email, YouTube, live chat, and all that. There's any number of other people we could have for single best idea today. I'm going to go, excuse me. I've been gasping all weekend. It's watching Knicks Sixers basketball, I guess, shouting and all that. Another voice here, and the heritage here is important. She's with SoFi. And you're like, okay, big deal. Who's SoFi? Liz Young has the privilege of working with Anthony Noto. And some of you will know that name from Global Wall Street. But a lot of people are like, SoFi, what? Anthony Noto, what? This is one of the heritage technology analyst firms out there. Liz Young is their chief investment strategist. And the basic idea is you can talk to her, what's the market going to do, da-da-da-da-da-da-da. But it's really about big tech and the path forward here into this mystery this earnings season.
I think what's going to happen this earnings season, we've already seen it a little bit, especially with the financials, is that it's not just about the results. It's always about the guidance. But I think right now even more so, especially with where equity valuations are. Companies have to come in with guidance, and expectors are expecting the guidance to be stronger even than before. So companies have to come in with strong guidance and optimistic outlook in order to really be rewarded at these levels.
Liz Young, it's so fine. I really want to mention Patrick Armstrong at Plurimi in London. He just flat out says, everybody calm down, go with the big names that have got us here. I'm not saying I agree with that, but he was heated, a la SoFi and Anthony Noto, that you just go with people generating free cash flow and free cash flow growth. All in all, just interesting Monday. Just no other way to put it. We're on Apple CarPlay. I got a nasty note over the weekend. Hate mail. I get the hate mail. Lisa Mateo gets the love notes. I got a hate mail, like mention Android Play. And I looked it up, and it's there, and it's big. Android Play, go to Google Play. You can get, it's free, the Bloomberg Business app. You download it, and you get all of our radio work and all the podcasts. And that on Apple CarPlay, on Google Play. And also, of course, on YouTube. I really want to emphasize, you go to YouTube, you search Bloomberg Podcast. That's going to be the hub for everything we do in the new digital world. And we're building it out. Please have some patience here. I know some of you want like 8 podcasts a day off the show. I don't know if we're going to get there, but we're working on building it out. And thank you so much for your initial support. Please tell people about Single Best Idea. We're thrilled. Out on Apple Podcasts is probably the lead place to find that. It's a start to an interesting, a strong week. It's Single Best Idea.